Good evening, beautiful people. Happy terrific Tuesday. We are back in the building for recapping Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 6, Rodeo Reckoning. Hey, Auntie Diva.
Hey.
People,
Hi.
listen, today has been a day. It's been a Tuesday, but we here, okay? And we are going to carry on with our regularly scheduled program of
Boom.
entertaining our people. We love
Mhm.
y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for joining us. Auntie, happy Tuesday. How's it going?
Happy Tuesday. All is well. Doing well. And
Good.
I'm enjoying these seasons of Married to Medicine and Real
You better
Housewives.
flip through your notes with me, girl, okay?
We gotta get the notes together because we're gonna gather the people and tell the people, we're gonna recap what happened.
What
What
had
happened,
happened
okay?
down there over on the Bravo streets, okay, with the Married to Medicine girls, okay?
Yeah.
Because listen, Contessa said, "Square up, ho, square up."
Woo, child, not square up, ho. I said, you know what? This what the grown folk doing. This what the grown folk doing. They saying
The
square up.
50
He
plus,
said
Diva, this
security.
your people. The 50 plus, this is your people.
Don't do
This is
that.
y'all
Don't do
teaching
that.
us. Aaron going to jail. Robin is you doing what she doing. Mia over here got 2, 3 different type of men on TV claiming them heavily, beating up the people talking about their mama. Contessa telling people to square up, and poor little Jackie over here following, waiting on her life alert to come in the mail. This is a hot mess.
Yeah,
A hot
and he
mess.
said Peter Thomas not paying taxes and want to get people and he want to give people a public service announcement. Sir, you the wrong one.
Wrong way.
You know how they say right message, wrong person? He is a clear.
We got to do like a Yanla. We got to, your behavior diminishes the message.
Message. Shout out to Iana. Where she at? We can bring her show back. You know they only stopped her show because the people were straight up threatening her. She said she ain't doing this no more. It ain't worth it. Y'all ain't gonna be in these streets.
Oh my God.
No, for real. She said that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Wait, y'all. Oh my God.
She said they was threatening her life, and she said she didn't these people no more.
I was not watching Fix My Life today at work, trying to get myself together because I was like, I need Auntie Iyanla in my life. But what I do know is she has a podcast called The R Spot. We not sponsored by Iyanla or nothing like that. But Auntie Iyanla, if you want to sponsor us, we here to support girl. But she has a podcast called The R Spot. I do listen to it. It is an amazing podcast. People call in with their problems and situations. She talks them through it and she gives them the truth. So it's pretty much the same thing to fix her life. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Except no threat to her life.
Listen.
Because remember, Sheree tried to come for her.
Oh my God.
She said, nah. She told old network, she said, I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
done.
Shut this production down.
Catch me on the
No lights, no camera, no more action.
No.
She out.
Done. Okay. But yes, shout out to Iyanla Van Zandt. Y'all need to go over there and check her out and get your life to listen. Do your work. Do your work.
Do the work.
You know, and that's what we need to say Heavenly to, but Heavenly not ready. She's not ready. She's not ready because we're going to get right into this, y'all. But I just want to talk for a second. In the midst of doing our researches for stories and things like that, Diva, I came across, it wasn't an article per se, but a couple of comments, calling for Heavenly's departure from Married to Medicine. I have seen a couple of people, having a strike going around. It's not a strike, excuse me, have a list going around calling, for her Heavenly's termination due to her behavior on the show. And
I peeked at it. I did
okay, come on, yes. I am not with you tonight. I cannot.
I was like, not they want her off the show. Oh no, they serious.
What do they call a petition? A petition. There we go. A petition. Yes, they had a petition going around.
It never worked. They tried to petition for Robin for 10 years, and in the 11th year, she was gone. Now you come out the gate cutting up. Go ahead.
Listen, they are calling for Heavenly's petition. The people are tired. They are aggravated. They are tired of her mean behavior. You know, I think, you know, this your mama thing, it was just the clock, it's just over. It's, you know, we allowed it.
Was back. Let me say this, Royaire, because you said, speaking of my generation, my generation, you know, you can say whatever you want. Like, you know, we would go back and forth with you, whatever. The minute you say your mama, it's problems.
You better need to sign a petition.
Now you gonna sign a petition.
Lord, we got a whole petition people group going over here.
Oh my God, Royaire.
Not yes,
No, listen. I'm gonna put a poll in the chat.
Y'all let us know. Are you ready for Heavenly to go?
Go ahead. Let me create.
Yes, listen. So yes, the people are calling for, you know, Heavenly to leave the show. You know, this your mama thing has just gone too far. Like I was saying, we allowed it to happen with Mariah. You know, Mariah's mom being alive and present and being there, you know, was disrespectful enough. People, you know, Heavenly was really upset when Toya and Letitia made comments about her mom after she passing. And that was just recently, a year or two ago. And so in this previous episode, as we're kind of recapping, if you missed it, you have to go back and watch it. But for those who did watch and who've been watching our recaps, Heavenly went straight to the your mama right out the gate. I mean, first she talked about Contessa's husband, and then it was straight to your mama. And, you know, it's just out of order, out of pocket, out of line. As you said, Diva, from your generation, you know, a lot of things can be said, but your mama is off limits. And it has followed through my generation. You cannot talk about nobody mama and think you finna walk away scot-free and be okay. Like, that is not what's gonna happen. In the words of Phaedra, yeah, beat her up. Oh my Jesus. So listen, we got quite a few people in the building. We have 67 people. We want to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. We are here to recap Married to Medicine, season 11, episode 6, Rodeo Reckoning. Now we are live on both channels, Royaire's World and on Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. So make sure you hit the like button on both channels through the show. I'll drop the link for both channels for you to go in and hit the like button for both of us. We truly appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind. And then chat with us in the comment section. We do read the comments, so feel free to leave a comment, share your thoughts and opinions. And as we go through, we will definitely check them out. So we're going to get right into this episode. I'll go ahead and start us off, you know, and we'll work our way through. And when I need some help, I'll call on you, Auntie. So, you know, we are leaving off from the dinner of, you know, I want to say this was 2 weeks ago because we skipped a week, I believe. So 2 weeks ago, you know, the ladies had their second dinner of the night. And so things got hot between Heavenly and Contessa. You know, like I said, Contessa said your mama. Heavenly said your mama. Contessa said my mom that died in 2010. That's my mom you're talking about. Heavenly not double down on it, but triple down on it and said, yes, I said it and I'll say it again, and did. And so, you know, Contessa got up, turned into a monster. Jackie fell down. Heavenly went running, calling for security. You know, Contessa said, square up, ho, where you at? What's up? You asked for this, I'm giving it to you. So after that whole ordeal, Jackie, you know, walks off the scene with Heavenly. And so Jackie is, you know, she's hurt. She's holding her arms, you know, everything is in pain because Jackie is in her 60s, baby, okay? You just can't be knocking Jackie down and think she's going to be okay, boo. It don't work like that no more. So Jackie is sitting in the golf cart with Heavenly, and she's trying to get Heavenly to be quiet because she is just overstimulated. Too much has happened. She says that she's disappointed in Heavenly, you know, and she just needs Heavenly to be quiet. They're trying to get going in the golf cart, but Jackie don't know how to drive because she just discombobulated, been knocked over. Heavenly is telling Jackie, you you're doing too much. Don't start all that extraness. It was just a lot going on. Letitia decides to get in the golf cart and drive through the scene at the dinner, picks up Toya and Contessa and said, is you hoes ready to go? They said, no, we gonna sit and eat. Contessa and Toya hop in the golf cart. They went on about their business. Quad, Phaedra, and Simone decided to sit at the table and finish their dinner because they came to eat. They were hungry, and it had been a long night. Toya is in the car and she says that Heavenly is wrong for what she did, and she does not have a good relationship with her mom as growing up, nor has she had a good relationship with her sister. And so it's hard for her to get along with people in general. Contessa says that she feels that it brings pleasure to Heavenly to disrespect the ladies, and to talk down to them and mistreat them and talk bad about them. Toya says that Jackie is the only person that can get through Heavenly and that Heavenly listens to, and that Jackie was wrong for allowing Heavenly to go as far as she did. Heavenly said that she told y'all to let her eat before all of this mess popped off. She's hungry now. And Jackie said, before we let the mess pop off, this was all your fault, friend. I'm disappointed in you. Heavenly tried to walk off without Jackie. Jackie said, go ahead, girl, do your thing. Heavenly was scared to leave because, of course, she need her road dog to back her up. Jackie and Heavenly, I'll stop there before I go into that next scene. So that whole pickup from the last dinner, the golf cart, the dinner, all of that.
It was a lot. Mm-hmm. But what I learned was Dr. Heavenly got a lot of mouth, but she ain't got nothing to back it up. Because, honey, she said square up.
Square up, ho.
And Dr. Heavenly's like, security! Security! Come on now. She said, square up. Did you say my dead mother?
Who died in 2010? This is not a laughing matter. It is so sad.
It was like, is that she had to check with the people. She said she talked about, I'm like, girl, do you have more than one mother? She's like, my mother that died in 2010. She said, square up, ho. Square up. Because she said, all bets off. Now I'm about to rock with you. And let me tell you something. Dr. Contessa been in the gym. She be squatting. She be bench pressing. You can tell her body is together.
She put that work in.
She put that work. She did the work. She got the abs. So she not going to, miss no beat. If she get the swinging, it's going to be trouble. Because Contessa is ready. You see how by accident she knocked down Dr. Jackie. Now, granted, Dr. Jackie ain't but 2 pounds.
And I seen the hand of Sweet Tea reaching out to me to help me up. I was like, girl.
Wait till she find out what Sweet Tea said in her confessional. She gonna be sick to her stomach.
Woo! Not help the elders. but she wasn't lying.
Child. So, and then the fact that Quad is Phaedra, Phaedra is like what's her name? What's her friend that she don't speak to no more? Candy Bearers. They eat their food. They eat their food. He's like, nah, this is good. The worst
thing since she been gone. Mind your business and eat your food, boo.
Okay, he eats some food. Now listen. So I thought that whole scene, like somebody said, it's unfortunate because they're professionals, and it's unfortunate that it went that low. But Dr. Heavenly, I think she thinks she's funny, but this constantly saying after even Andy, I forgot who it was. He talked about her about saying that mother thing. And she said she was going to do better. And here she is. She's saying, well, y'all know that's my go-to word to say when I don't know nothing else. I say your mama. And she said, I don't really mean your mama. I just think, I think she needs to grow up. I really can't deal with her anymore. And I felt bad for Dr. Jackie because Dr. Jackie was shooken. Okay, she was shooken up. And she was in that car. She was that go-kart trying to start it. And Dr. Heavenly was trying to talk to her. She said, stop!
Be quiet! Child, when I tell you, they put on a show last week.
They put on a show. whole production, because she was in that thing. She was in that go-kart. I said, stop. And she said, no, you ain't about to cry, are you?
Now, Jackie, don't start that. Don't start that. Girl, because of you, I was knocked down on the ground. Look, we ain't on no regular ground. We out here in the ranch, baby, with the grass and the dirt and the rocks. No.
Child, she said, you do too much.
Doing too much. The most.
Stop. She said, just stop. Oh my God. Yo, that whole thing gave me life. I was just like, but you know what I said to myself? I don't understand why Dr. Jackie is so into Dr. Heavenly. With Simone, she wouldn't be in all of this nonsense like this.
I told you why she into Dr. Jackie. Why she is so into Heavenly the other week. I told you why.
Yeah, I don't know. I still can't see it. I mean, Dr. Jackie was so emotional. So it was crazy, but Quad and Phaedra went back to eat the food, and then Dr. Heavenly and Contessa, Dr. Heavenly
and
Jackie came back to eat the food too. Was Simone with them? I feel like Simone was there too.
So I was going right to that. Heavenly and Jackie, they came on back to the dinner table. Simone, Quad, and Phaedra were there. And none of the ladies were okay with what Heavenly said and or did. Quad, stood up and did say, now Heavenly, I love you, girl, but your mama comments, it's wrong. It's out of pocket and it's out of line. Heavenly said, I didn't really mean it. That's my go-to thing, but I really did not mean her mama. It was wrong and out of pocket. And so Jackie said, she feels as the elder of the group, as the doctor of the group, it's her job to step up, and to get some relationships and get some order in this group. We got to bring Judge Jackie in. And so Jackie came in, and she said, listen, ladies, we need to heal. We are a friendship group. We love one another. And so I just want to know, is there anything that we need to discuss, talk about, and deal with, as we move forward? And so Quad said, well, Jackie, since it was, bringing it up brought to my attention, I want to know if you really meant the apology that you gave to me in regards to the blank check, or was you just giving that to me, just to apologize so that you can appease me? And so Jackie leaned over and she said, Quad, I meant every word. Toya took it and made it something different, but I meant it. She said, now, with the blank check regarded to Napa was just so much going on that I couldn't even begin to break out into words, all the apologies. So I said, here's a blank check. And everything that I've done, write it in. And
She's so dramatic. She's so dramatic. That was high level drama. High level drama.
I was here for it though. She did that. Okay.
I couldn't find that in your Apple Music library. You can ask.
I'm sorry. Okay.
It's Siri.
Okay. Yeah.
So yes, Quad said, she felt, when she tried to come back into the group that she was unwelcome. The ladies, didn't want her around. We were given a package of going back to Napa Valley last year when the ladies all came, brought Quad in and told her, that she just has not been an asset to the friendship group. They want her to go home. She was really hurt by that. And she said, it was 7 weeks. You ladies said nothing to me. You didn't reach out. You didn't call. I had tragedy happen to me. I was broken. I lost weight. I couldn't eat. I was in devastation, and none of you reached out. You ladies kicked me out and said that you didn't want me. And Heavenly said, Quad, we are so sorry. How can we fix it? And Quad said, don't do that to me again. Treat me right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We've been together for 10 years. This has to mean something. And so Simone said, well, girl, listen, I love you and I appreciate you, but I'm tired of being on this merry-go-round with you. We get on the ride. Me and Quad are good. I apologize. We work out, and then we off the merry-go-round, and I'm just tired of it. Quad said, well, Simone, in regards to you, you know, we were good after Napa Valley, but then when you went to New York and made the comments that you made, it tore another hole in our relationship. And so Simone did genuinely apologize, you know, for what she said in New York. She said it was wrong. She shouldn't have said it, you know, and the ladies all hugged, and Jackie opened us up in a prayer with the Holy Ghost entering the room and healing a group of the ladies. And the ladies got up and hugged one another. And Phaedra said, I ain't here for this bush, but I'll get up and hug y'all anyways, with her face. It was just a lot going on. So Quad, you know, decided to grab her drink and said, thank you, I love you. The ladies went on for the night. Your thoughts on that scene?
I mean, it was a lot, but it was everything. So the fact that they did come out and tell Dr. Heavenly that she was wrong for what she said, the mama comment. But Dr. Heavenly will take responsibility to me for like nothing. Do you know what I mean? Accountability, so to speak. She's just not going to do it. I just, in that sense, I've never been a huge Dr. Heavenly fan, but there's been moments where I did like her. But now I just feel like she's getting worse and worse. And then I feel like once she started getting on YouTube, because she did a whole live or something with her daughter, because the daughter the daughter is not going to school right now. I guess she's doing like classes on, like she's going to school, but she's not physically at the school.
At the building, yeah.
She's doing classes online or whatever. So she was on, because they was trying to combat what Dr. Contessa said. It was just a whole hot mess. And then she did a whole live talking about, you know, Dr. G and Sweet Tea. And she's just doing too much, right? So she just seems like she's never going to take accountability. When it came to Quad is another one. Between her and Dr. Jackie, it was just high-level drama. It was almost like a bad school play. You know what I mean? Like, she was Quad was over dramatic. Y'all left me for dead. Like, they left her for roadkill. She lost weight. It was just a bad time for her. I mean, she laid it on thick, but it was everything to me was Simone face. Simone was just sitting there, and when Dr. Jackie came on, was like, I meant every word. And I mean, I just said blank check because I didn't know what else do you want me to apologize for. So I just said it so that everything I ever did to you, I'm sorry. Right. And honey, the prayer at the end, she closed that thing out. That was high level drama. High level drama. She did. High level drama. Yeah, y'all just can't do this to me no more. Child, give it 2 more episodes and they're going to do it yet again. And wait till the reunion. They're going to put a nail in your coffin yet again. So, girl, bye. But you know what? The scene was what it was. I enjoyed it for what it was. And I thought the ending was pretty nice. And I do like the way that Simone handles herself. Because Simone she got a different type of drama, because she said, I can't be on this merry-go-round with you.
Listen,
okay? We
she
good.
She ain't got time at all.
So it was a really good scene. What else did you want me to comment on that?
I think that was pretty much the ending of that. You know, I just what was the results on the poll? Did you drop the poll?
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean, it was drama. Y'all didn't check on me for 7 weeks. I lost weight. I said, Quad, you better know how to do some reality TV. Okay, I love you guys. Girl, you love that check. But anyway, the poll was almost 50-50, because 57% said yes, they would sign it, and 42% said no.
Perfect. All righty. Yeah, I love my girl Heavenly. I have not liked the light that she has recently, and because it's not a recent thing. I just think, honestly, we grow and mature. Well, I have grown and matured. And the areas that I have grown and matured in, I just don't see what she does funny anymore. It's not fun. It's disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. And I can't get with it. So I think Heavenly needs a break. I think she needs a break. I think we need a break.
Yeah, I think the break. I'm thinking the break. You know me. I like everybody to keep their check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think the timeout would maybe help her realize the blessing that she has in getting this check from Married to Medicine, and that I feel like she's doing a whole lot of buffoonery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like she's doing a whole lot of buffoonery. I mean, and she's a dentist, and the crazy part is, even when the scene is 2.2 seconds, the scene in her dental office with her son, all of those scenes are everything. So I feel like she has more to offer, but instead we're getting this clown and this buffoonery from her. I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know why I say my mama, but girl, you act like you all big and bad because you stay in sweet tea face. She'll stay punking sweet tea, but when Contessa told you to square up, you called security.
Ran.
Okay. You called security, but you stay in sweet tea face and she could be your daughter. But Contessa and y'all close enough in age. And what happened? She told you to square up and you want to call security. Okay. So we know you all mouth. You ain't who you say you are. Because if a hoe told me to square up, then I'm squaring up. We gonna see who about to win this thing.
What's up?
What's up?
I may get beat up, but you gonna know you was in a fight. Trust and believe that.
That part.
Listen, we have dropped both channels in the comment section. So if you have not hit the like button on Diva's channel, make sure you go over to Diva's channel and hit that like button. And if you have not hit the like button over in Royaire's world, make sure you run over to my channel and hit that like button as well. We got 121 people in the building. We appreciate y'all so much for joining us. Continue to leave your thoughts and opinions down below. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button and your notification bells on all. So, let's see, we're going to jump into day 3 of our trip. So, we've moved on from the fight night. We've moved on from gathering together and sharing our issues, at least the core group of, the ladies. The only one that was missing from the core was Toya, technically. So, the core has really kind of worked out their issues and healed it up. So we're in Quad's room starting off the morning. Quad is talking to her man King, and she is just running down the tea on everything that went down from the previous night before. Now, King, everything. Heavily needs a conversation with HR. Yeah, we need a Giselle conversation.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes, that was a good point. Thank you, Lexi. So Simone, Quad is telling all the business, and King is acting as interested as he can, during this phone call. We have Simone. She stayed the night with Jackie. Jackie, was injured. She woke up in the middle of the night needing all the pain medicine, and a nurse had to come in to nurse her back to good health. So, the nurse came in. Jackie told Simone, "Thank you so much for spending the night with me. I don't think I would have made it through the night." And so when the nurse walked in, she said, "I can't move this arm." She said, "Well, looks like your fingers are moving fine, so you should be good, boom." Phaedra and Letitia, Contessa, Phaedra are out horseback riding. So they're spending their little time together doing their thing. We bounce over to Phaedra and Contessa having a conversation in regards to what happened yesterday. Contessa walks in the room, sits down and says, "Girl, I don't really remember what happened." Phaedra said, "You were off the chain, okay? You came through like a wrecking ball, tore the scene up, and went on about your business, okay?" Jackie comes to poolside with Heavenly and Quad. And so Jackie, and I want to say it was Heavenly, Quad, and Simone as well. Jackie is in a sling. Her arm is hurt. She can't help it. It's not feeling well. And so Jackie tells us in her confessionals, now she's really not hurt, but she wants to do this to teach the ladies a lesson that violence is never the way, that we have to work our issues out in a better way, okay? So Jackie is planning the second Met Gala, events for the ladies. Last year was the first annual Med Gala where all of the doctors and doctors' wives dressed up came to raise money in support of health beneficial groups. So, we're doing this for the second time. And so Jackie is the chair of this event. She is running everything. Quad felt, that Heavenly was wrong yet again. She addressed the issues with Heavenly. Heavenly says she knows that she was wrong, and she is willing to admit that. That's just her go-to thing. Yes, it is nice to see Jackie and Simone have a moment. That is a true friendship that I was really hoping that would come back together genuinely. And I think thank you. We appreciate y'all. Listen, take a break for a moment. We really, really enjoy getting up on this screen, coming to talk and laugh and entertain y'all. And we just want to say thank y'all for joining us when we do pop in. We know it has not been consistent, but we love and appreciate each and every one of y'all. And we're going to be consistent in this new year. So
it's the 7th and we doing good. Amen.
We had a miracle Monday and a terrific Tuesday. Okay, we are on it, people. But yes, Heavenly is saying that she's admitted that she was wrong. Jackie said, and Jackie said, how do you know, how it feels when someone, disrespects you? And she said, well, Letitia and Toya said negative things about her mom when her mom passed, and it hurt her feelings. Heavenly said that her and Contessa had a great friendship, but Contessa, was selfish on her end of the friendship. Heavenly feels, and Heavenly's only advice to Contessa, so she says, was if you're going to stay with your husband, stop talking about him. We jump back to Phaedra and Contessa. Phaedra says that she, out of all of everything that has gone on, we still want to end the trip on a positive note. Contessa says that she was a part of planning this trip and she feels bad, for everything for the part that she played in everything that went down in the night before. And so, Phaedra said, we can still have a win. Sometimes you got to lose to win again. Shout out to Fantasia, because sometimes you got to lose to win again. So yes.
Same
okay. So that was the end of that scene with all of the ladies. Your thoughts and opinions on that?
Well, like I said, I love Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone's friendship. I really, really do. I feel like, Quad talking to the boyfriend, she didn't breathe in between her sentences. So all he had an opportunity.
And then
all he had an opportunity to do was say, what? That happened.
I feel like that's what people be talking about with Quad. It's the Quad show. And if you're going to be in a relationship with Quad, you have to be ready to be a part of the Quad show. And I don't know how willing doctors are wanting to be participative in that kind of relationship. It's hard.
So Donna Dixon said, I like Heavenly. She makes the show. And we all like some drama. So if it wasn't any drama, some of y'all wouldn't be interested in the show. Yes, Heavenly does hit below the belt sometimes. Donna Dixon, I like your name. It's like a star name, but I like drama. I don't like her type of drama.
Yeah. There's a difference between drama and disrespect. This is disrespect.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, Royaire.
This is disrespect. And stuff like this, for real in the streets, and Heavenly ought to know because she's from Miami. Stuff like this will get you shot and killed for real.
Yeah.
It's too far. It's too far.
You're doing too much. So, but Quad and the boyfriend, that little phone call was cute. Sweet Tea, she's holding her own as best she could. She really is. She's holding her own, but I personally wish they would have took, and I think I mentioned this before, a different spin with her. I wish the spin they took with her was embracing her and showing her, because all of these girls are married, unlike a lot of other shows. That's the special sauce that Married to Medicine has. And I think the other special sauce is that they truly showed the times when they almost broke up.
Yeah.
Was Simone and Cecil almost broke up. Dr. Jackie and Curtis almost broke up.
Mhm.
And you know, Toya and Eugene went through their
Had a
struggles.
rough season with them a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah. So I like the realness because marriages and relationships is a roller coaster ride. It goes ups and down, and these ladies shown it. But not only that, I don't know no other reality show where the marriage are lasting the way they are on Married to Medicine. So for that, I give it up to Married to Medicine.
Yeah, like you said, I want to say this is one of the only standing shows that a partner is still the original. We haven't got divorced and got back together or anything.
Yep.
We are with our partners since the beginning, and that is a beautiful thing. So we got to take a moment and recognize that. Shout out to Married to Medicine. Shout out to the producers over there. It really seems like that though they're trying to create the drama, at least they're really about trying to make sure that, you know, the cast sticks together and really has a real wholesome relationship and cares about one another. I think that's a beautiful thing. So shout out to that. And that's how you make 11 seasons if we keep it honest and real.
Oh, you better talk now. Come on now on Tuesday. Okay. So yes. Contessa telling Phaedra that it was a whole, you know what show. It was.
I'm glad she knows because
hey, listen, Dr. Heavenly said in real time that they didn't even truly show how bad that scene was.
Yes.
He said that scene was horrific.
Yeah, they said Sweet Tea and or Letitia and Quad got into it really bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that they got into it really bad. I think Quad is being messy because I feel Quad gets arrogant. Then it's a piece of balls.
Not Dennis Tomatoes.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, and listen, then there's that. Okay. Then there's that. Yeah, so I mean, I think that you know, it was a hot mess, but Contessa did confess to her part in it and how she was wrong, and she did apologize, but it was a you know what show, and it was just, you know, a mess. Dr. Jackie, you know, said pretty much like everybody is in a good space, and they are, and that she's planning this second annual Met Gala. That's the other thing that I like, that y'all are these doctors, and that's a really nice, serious event that she puts on, and the money goes to charity. Yeah. Now, Dr. Heavenly also said that Phaedra lies for no reason. Well, I will say this: we do know that she departed from what's it, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because Candy says she ain't doing her no more. Okay, because of the lies.
Look, she was benched for 5 years.
Not benched for 5 years. Yo, let me tell you something. One thing I will say about Quad comes with the reads.
For days.
For days. But I will say this, it do seem like Phaedra is full of crap when it comes to this Met Gala and, you know, helping raise the funds and collect the money. But I will say this, I think the whole idea of doing the Met Gala, first of all, I think is genius. I thought it was such a great idea. And I really hope that she continues this year after year and that it gets greater and they really begin to raise tons and tons of money. So I'm glad that they're having it again. And I can't wait to see how it turns out. But from the way the upcoming preview came, things wasn't too well on the raising forefront. Did I miss anything?
Not at all. You hit all your points. So we're going to move into the husbands. I love the way that they've been kind of intertangling the husbands into this season along with the children. You know, last week we had who was it? Eugene, his 2 boys. We had Cecil, his 2 boys, Damon and his daughter and son. You know, they spent time together. So that was beautiful. And so this week we got the husbands together, okay? And so we have kind of split the husbands up because last time that the husbands were together, it was a rough luncheon, okay? You know, the men got together. There was some issues between Heavenly and Letitia. And so, unfortunately, Greg had to jump into it. And so Heavenly was not polite to Greg and his jumping into their fight. And so now Damon is all intertwined. And so now the medicine is all intertwined because we got customers who need help. And Damon was referring clients to Greg, and Greg turned the clients down because he's so busy, he don't have time. But that didn't start happening until him and Heavenly and the wife. I mean, it's just a mess, okay? So the husbands are all separated in their own groups. We have Cecil, Eugene, and Scott, who are all going ATV riding out on the ranch. And then we have Eugene and Damon together, who are having a sit down.
Oh, wait. We had Cecil, Dr. G, and Scott. Dr. Scott, they went to the ATV riding. Right. And then Dr. Eugene and Dr. Daddy
was at his house.
At his house. Yeah.
His house. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, they started off with Scott and Cecil and all of them. They're doing their ATV ride. They have fun. Now, Cecil and Greg regularly hang out via golf together. We have added Scott into the scene. I guess Scott is here for the season. I don't have no feeling about that. They get off the ATVs, and they go into a conversation with Scott. How's things going? Scott and Contessa, they have a doctor's office together, and so they've been working together for some time now. Scott says, he kind of lays back and chill. Contessa's in the office 70% of the time. He comes and dip in and out when he can, but he's trying to progressively get back in more. Scott loves the gym. He wants to be about the gym, and that's all Scott wants to do. Cecil asks, how do you think the ladies are doing on the trip? Everybody kind of had mixed opinions. Of course, they feel like the ladies are in their drama, in their mess, doing their thing. They ain't really too much worried about it. We kind of jump over into Damon and Eugene. They go over to Eugene's house, have a nice little drink, and so Eugene, wants to have a conversation with Damon in regards to his relationship to Greg. The last time we all came together, Eugene said it was a little tension in the group. We had a conversation. We kind of thought we were going to work things out, but it really didn't end, on the normal way that it, ends up with the guys. Normally the guys kind of stay out the mess. They when the wives get into it, they kind of try to calm each of their own wives down, bring them back to level heads, and we get back together. Well, Greg felt that, Heavenly was going off so bad that he had to step in, and get into the mix. And so Damon was not a fan of Greg stepping into the, issues with the ladies, because Heavenly and Damon are strong believers of the women stay in the women's mess and the men stay in the men's mess. But when you come in for somebody's wife, all bets is off sometimes. You just can't say
all bets is off.
Especially for my partner. You're just not going to talk to my partner just any your kind of way like you want to and think I'm going to have something to say about it. It don't work like that.
We come as one. We come as one.
We are one flesh, okay?
Stay up, Paul.
Shout out to Contessa. That is going to be the same for the season. Square up, okay? Oh my God.
Oh, God.
Eugene feels that, Eugene feels that Greg was hurt, by everything that happened, and that maybe, him and Damon need to have a sit down conversation. Well, then they bounce back to Cecil and Greg. And so Cecil is kind of feeling the same thing. He feels that Greg is hurt, and is, trying to figure out where Greg is feeling in this situation. Greg said that he is hurt and he feel like he owed an apology. All he was trying to do was stand up for his wife, and be there for his wife. Eugene feels that Greg is kind of caught in the middle between a rock and a hard place. I have my ex-wife who hangs out with these group of ladies that mistreats my new wife, but I'm trying to be supportive of my new wife and not bring the drama with my ex-wife, and everybody else is causing issues on top of that too. How can I be at peace when everybody is messing with us? I have to stand up and do something and say something is where Greg is coming from. Dr. Damon did kind of hear out Eugene. Now Damon did say, I don't need nobody to come and tell me that I need to talk to somebody. If I feel like a conversation needs to be had, I'm man enough to go and talk to them, and deal with it the way it needs to be dealt with. And if Greg got an issue, he need to come to me man to man and tell me what's up so that we can work it out. I think that was the basis of that conversation and what I got out of it anyway. So basically, Eugene is good on his end, and Greg is hurt about what happened. And I really do think that Greg and Dr. Damon had a great friendship. And that's who I meant. I know I said Eugene, but I meant Greg and Dr. Damon, everyone. They had a great friendship and a great business relationship. But because of Heavenly's behavior with Greg's wife, it has caused a rift in the personal and the professional. Somebody has to step up and say it. We got it. If we're going to really talk about it and really be that group that heals relationships and keeps marriages together, we got to step up and talk about it. Heavenly, you were wrong. Letitia, you were wrong. Everybody played a part, and everybody needs to step up, admit their part, and talk about it. But in my personal opinion, I really think that Heavenly is as the elder, really needs to step up and take accountability. You helped bring this lady into this group, according to what you said. You played a part in it. It may not have been all you, but you played a part in bringing this lady in. How can you bring her in and then disrespect her and mistreat her when you were telling us that you wanted to help this young lady and make her be the best she can be, but this is how you treat her? It just don't line up. It don't line up.
Look at Lexi.
I like it. Oh,
Jesus. Listen, Sassy B, we appreciate you. Thank you. Listen, Dr. Damon is just about as arrogant as his wife. They swear they are that couple on Married to Medicine, and whatever they say, that's how it's supposed to be. Now, your wife said that, nobody respects Dr. G in the medical community. But why your husband sitting there begging him and asking him why he not taking his patients no more? Which one is it? If he's not respected in the medical community, why is your husband pressed about him no longer taking the patients? Why? Because he must be respected in the medical community, and he's respected by your husband because your husband's wondering why he's not taking his patients. Can we get an amen? But let's continue. Okay. So Dr. Damon, I felt like he was sitting there being arrogant. I don't need nobody to come talk to me and tell me when to go talk to somebody. No, you have Cecil, right? No, he was talking to Dr. Jean. You had Dr. Eugene telling you that I'm trying to tell you how this brother feels. Okay. And Dr. Eugene had to admit to, I don't even really hang out with you like that. Then he had to ask you why we don't hang out. Y'all don't hang out because he's arrogant. Y'all don't hang out because him and Dr. Heavenly, they think they the blueprint for marriage, okay? But they the blueprint for hiding the truth about their marriage. But I'm going to let them live, and we're going to carry on, okay? So they want to hide it, okay? We're going to let them hide it, all right? So, but what do I say about Dr. Damon? I really didn't like that conversation. He wanted to act like Dr. Heavenly is heavenly, okay? Knowing that girl, she throw a lot of smoke and she does a lot of mess to the point where that was that one season where he had to tell her to shut up and get in the car. He know his wife is out of pocket and out of line, and he want to try to act like her treating somebody that could literally be her daughter the way that she treats her is okay. And then, of course, Dr. G, he said, I had to step in. And he said, unfortunately, I'm collateral damage. I don't care what nobody say. I really feel that if seeing Dr. G, the Dr. G that he was when he was with Quad and the Dr. G that he is now, you would think it's two different people. I feel like he's so mature now. Yeah. And because he just sat in the confession like, I'm collateral damage. I mean,
it is what it is.
It's what it is. He said, but of course I had to step up and speak for my wife. And he loved him some sweet tea. Yeah. So, Cecil, Dr. G, and Dr. Scott, I'm wholeheartedly in this situation. I'm team Dr. G and sweet tea, 100%. Because I think Dr. Heavenly just goes too far. She don't give a darn who she hears, what she says, and she thinks it's all a kiki and a ha-ha after she gets her rocks off because she thinks, oh, I'm carrying the show by doing this. No, girlfriend, you go too far and you're wrong. And then you get hot, piping, stinking mad when somebody comes back at you. Because I'm never going to forget, Dr. Contessa told you to square up and you call security, but I'll move on. Okay. Dr. Scott is Dr. Scott, and Contessa knows what he got in that man. And I know he was half joking, but he was half telling the truth. He said that Dr. Contessa over there in that office that they opened, she's slaving it down. She's doing 80% of the work, and he's there 20% of the time. So she's seeing all the patients. She doing all the charts. And she got to come home and watch her kids. And she trying to be in the gym, too, because that body is tight. And he said he there 20% of the time. So he got to do more in the office or whatever the case may be. What is it? Let me see. What else did I want to say about that? Oh, yeah, he said he was a casualty between them. I mean, there's nothing more to say. He's willing to talk to Dr. Damon, but Dr. Damon, I think he's going to stay 10 toes down in his dog mess.
Yeah.
He says
issues with Heavenly. We don't want no issues at home, so he got to keep home.
He don't want no issues at home because I think some of the breadcrumbs, I'm gonna call it breadcrumbs. I think that some of the breadcrumbs on the street, they really came from a loaf of bread from out of his house. But continue on.
Not a loaf. It's so funny. Yes, Contessa's comments were interesting. I want to address that for a second. I just want to. The bedroom comment, sleeping in separate bedrooms. I can see that. I can see that. When Contessa said that Heavenly and Damon sleep in separate bedrooms.
So Contessa ran her mouth.
Oh my
God. And just like Dr. Heavenly claimed that she knew all Contessa business because Contessa was crying to her about Dr. Scott. The same thing Dr. Heavenly did with Contessa. That's why Contessa let it rolled off her lips so easy. I do believe there's a lot of truth in it. Listen, and then Sweet Tea even said that Dr. Heavenly told her some stuff. Yeah. I think the rumors are true.
I think that's with white girls.
Yeah.
I could see that. I don't know about a child. I don't know about that, but I could see that. I could see that.
Well, either she got a grandbaby because the formula was in the house.
But she said Damon is allergic to milk and he uses formula. Is what that
told that lie. She told that lie. Yeah. Can you picture Dr. Damon really mixing some Similac to eat with some cereal?
No, but I can imagine Heavenly doing it for him.
For the baby.
All of these are alleged things that people say.
Continue on.
We are headed to the last dinner, with the ladies down at the Dude Ranch. We are headed back to Florida. So, Phaedra really wants to bring this trip to a positive close. The intentions of this trip in the first place was the ladies were all in a rocky place. Quad had issues with the ladies. Quad also had issues with Simone. Heavenly had issues with Contessa and Letitia. Everybody was just in a disarray. And so the purpose of this trip was for everyone to come down, spend time together, have conversations, and go back to the A-OK. And so, Phaedra said that she wants us to come together, to relax, relate, release, and rebuild what has been torn down.
Wait, no, Royaire. Not naming all the belts he could use.
I should have went there. Because y'all don't have no chill at all.
My stomach hurt. He said he can use almond milk, coconut milk, oat milk. The list goes on. Woo, child. In other words, he don't need to lose Similac. Okay. I cannot. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Soy milk. Not your. Oh my God. My stomach hurt. I cannot. Oh, child. I cannot. Holler to all the different milks that be.
Shout out to all the milks. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yes. Okay, y'all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Not somebody brought a carnation milk. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, carnation milk. Okay. All right.
Y'all make sure you are hitting that like button. We totally appreciate each and every one of you for joining us. We got 126 people in the building. So make sure you're hitting that like button on both channels. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. And we appreciate y'all for joining us. We are wrapping up these last few scenes of this episode. So like I said, the ladies are we're headed back down to the Dude Ranch. We're having the last dinner of the night. You know, we have all the ladies gathered together. Phaedra said we were supposed to come down here, relax, build relationships, and that did not happen. You know, it did not happen at all. Contessa stepped up and said that she wanted to apologize for her actions and what she played and, you know, all of the mess of what happened last night. You know, she was one of the hosts of this group and she hates that because of, you know, what happened last night. You know, it played a negative or gave a negative impact on the trip as a whole, and so she really wanted to apologize. Simone said that she was just unsure of how we got to where we were last night and what exactly happened. And so Contessa was like, y'all continue to sit around and play and act like y'all know what didn't happen, but y'all know exactly what happened. And so Phaedra said, listen, all of that doesn't matter. Last night was last night. Tonight is tonight, and we're going to move on. We're going to just let it go. Well, Simone said, well, how are we supposed to do this? We're just supposed to sweep it under the rug, throw it in the bonfire. And Phaedra said, no. When we go back to Atlanta, we're going to let go of everything that happened. We're going to go back and we're going to build on where we are now. We got to move forward. We got to let Napa go. We got to let the drama go. We got to let the mama go. We just let it all go. We're moving into a new direction. Letitia said, well, since we're letting stuff go, we're going to let go of the insults as well, heavenly as well. No, I'm not doing it with y'all. No, this is not the time. You know, and all of the ladies had to let Letitia know, girl, this is not the moment. You see, heavenly cannot receive right now. Let it go. Quad said, you know, she felt that, you know, her and Simone had a great healing taking place, you know, that they were able to forgive each other for the things that were said and the things that were done. So that was a positive thing that happened in this situation. And so Phaedra ended us off on a prayer. Phaedra brought all the ladies together and said, look, we want to go back home in a good, positive space. So let's come together and end on a prayer. Phaedra gave a prayer. The ladies hugged. Toya said, yes, Phaedra, let's pray that everybody continue to be real friends and stop with the surface stuff, including you. That was the final scene of the dinner and their trip of the Dude Ranch. So your thoughts and opinions?
The final dinner was interesting. I think they did the right thing by saying, you know what, we got to let this go, let the past be the past, right? So, you know, like I said, Contessa apologized, and I think she was the bigger person. But again, I kind of said earlier, it tells you the immaturity of Dr. Heavenly. Because, you know, even though I think, you know, Sweet Tea tried to squeeze in at the wrong moment, but, you know, Sweet Tea is younger than all of them, right? And she was like, you know, Dr. Heavenly, like, are you going to do X, Y, Z? And she's pretty much, I ain't talking to you. But when somebody told you to square up, you can't square up. But now this young girl trying to have a conversation with you, and you don't want to have a conversation with her. So you prey on the people that you know you can kind of prey on. That's what that was given. You pray on the week. That's what that was given to me. But before
before you move on that point, I wanted to say I thought it was very disrespectful and immature that nobody backed Letitia up in that comment. It needs to stop. It don't matter whether or not Heavenly is ready to receive it or not. It needs to stop. The insults have to stop today. How can we move on and go back to Atlanta and be in a better place if certain individuals are continuing to play in the roles that they're playing and the behavior that they're displaying? If they're continuing that, how are we going to stop what's going on? So I was very disappointed that nobody stood up and said, you know, even though you're not ready to receive it, Heavenly, it needs to stop today. I was very disappointed in everybody siding with Heavenly yet again, as Contessa has been telling us throughout this episode. The ladies love to throw the rocks and then hide their hands like they don't know what's going on. Stop it.
I agree with you on that. Nobody backed up, and I thought it was horrific and it was horrible. Lorraine said that is so true. The others have no backbone, none whatsoever. None whatsoever. The way they all treat Sweet Tea is horrible. And you know, Quad, I feel like Quad, you came when they first came when they came to the show, Dr. G and Sweet Tea, Quad was like the odd person in the group, right? Mm-hmm. And so you were showing up to this girl bridal shower and buying her gifts and doing all of that. And now because you feel like, I guess since they called you back, you feel like you that girl again, and you treating this girl like this. If you really are not pressed that your ex-husband got remarried, and I really think, I don't care what nobody say, I feel like Quad is pressed about this. Yeah. And not only did he get married, but he's happy, he's in love, and we're seeing a different side of him. I think she doesn't really secretly, I don't think she likes none of that. No. I honestly don't. And so, because to hear that, and I'm glad that Bravo didn't show it, to hear that her and Sweet Tea got into it bad that dinner that night, but they didn't show it. And that, you know, because Dr. Heavenly said that Quad read Sweet Tea for filth.
Filth, that's what she said.
So I'm just like, why? What could be your venom against?
What's your beef?
What's your beef with your ex-husband's new wife? What is your beef? What could that girl really have done to you that you got to talk to her that way? I don't know.
Especially if you say you have moved on and let it go the way you do.
Yep.
You said you happy for Greg, you happy for them, you glad they got married and all of this stuff, but your actions are not displaying that at all. It's giving jealous ex-wife.
Yeah, that part. So, you know, but I thought that scene it was the best it could be for what it was, because, you know, the trip, it started off nice, it ended up rocky, and they tried to end it in a nice way, the best they could, and it was what it was.
Yes. So if you can carry us off through the rest of this.
Yeah, because it's not much. You know, they ended with a prayer. I thought that was nice. Mm-hmm. Toya, I like these little snippet scenes. That's the best I'm gonna be able to call them, right? These little snippet scenes where they show Toya boys washing the car.
Oh, and yeah.
Toya. She's so ditzy, but she's well needed. I really like Toya a lot. I like her and Dr. Eugene together. Yeah. And I like the boys a lot. I really like them.
You know, I was almost calling for their marriage because for a long time, I really did not like the way their relationship was displayed on TV in regards to the way that she talks and treats Eugene. So for a minute, I was a little shaky on that. But as we have matured with them, I really do see the love and the genuine care that they have for one another and in their relationship for their family. It's beautiful. I loved it. Yes, car scene was so cute.
Very cute. Lorraine, I feel this way too. She said Quad wanted us to see Greg as a monster. He didn't, is angry that, and she's angry. He didn't is angry that she is coming off as a likable and he is treating his wife well. Yeah, she's angry that he's coming off as likable. Yeah.
And she's angry because that's a
I agree with you on that. I really do. Yeah. Why did I just do? I think she's a fun mom, but Toya can be ditzy too, and I don't mean that in a bad way. But Toya can be ditzy. Yeah, she can.
Kind of like how Stacey be ditzy. It kind of like
exactly. Yeah, and Stacey is ditzy in a fun way. Yeah,
so in a bobblehead way.
Yeah, that was so funny.
That was so funny.
Yes, Dr. Heavenly, in her dental office, quick scene with her son, and T.S. Madison was in the chair, and so that scene with her son and her telling T.S. Madison like he's going to be a doctor, he's going to be a surgeon, he's going to be this beautiful scene.
Yes,
beautiful scene. So I feel like all these reality shows they pick who's going to be the villain, they pick who's going to do this, they pick who's going to do that, and I think that they picked Heavenly to be this character that she is, and she's rolling all the way to the bank with it. But I don't think she realized how it just makes her look bad.
Yeah.
And that scene in the dental office with her son, that's what's good. That's what's good.
Yeah.
Listen, if Phaedra ain't playing with this funeral home thing,
oh my God.
Yeah. They showed at the funeral home with this plush casket, and that casket probably cost like $20,000-$30,000 easy. Because listen, I just did my father's funeral, and honey, by the time you get a casket, a this, a that, a flower, a shoe, a car, a prayer card, you done spent your good money. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Your good cash, okay? So Quad and her man, he was in the mansion. That house is beautiful. I still don't think Quad needs all of that house, but they show Quad in the house with a man in her little onesie, and he, talking about, oh, okay, you look cute. I'm not saying that she paid for him, but let's just say she did. Out of all the paid men that ever came on reality TV, I'm going to give him the winning award because he really seems like he likes her, and he's playing his role. He's playing his role. He's playing his role. So I like that. Now, honey, this is the conversation. As Dr. Scott. To sum it up pretty quickly, Contessa told Scott how Heavenly is still saying that he's abusive. He was like, really? She's still on that? He said she's still on that. And he said he don't give a rat's behind. He said, I'm not bothered. Okay. Because Dr. Heavenly is who she is. She's going to be who she is. And he said he called her a clown for saying F your mother. He called Dr. Heavenly, he's a clown. She says he's a clown, right? So that's pretty much between Dr. Contessa and Scott. And Dr. Jackie, because Phaedra comes over to her house and they're planning the Met Gala. I don't know why, I just love this whole Met Gala idea thing, right? And, she picked Phaedra to be her co-event chair because she figured, Phaedra knows how to throw events. And then Phaedra claimed that she know all of these people and she going to get donations. And Dr. Jackie was trying to keep it low level and said, I'm just looking to get 15,000. And she said, no, we can take it 100,000. I know the people. She proceeds at Jackie's house, sitting at Jackie's table. She proceeds to call somebody who didn't pick up the phone.
After she got 74 text messages that she ain't answered. How you think somebody gonna pick up the phone for you and you don't respond to nobody else, ma'am?
And Dr. Jackie said she hasn't been returning her calls.
Or texts. Yeah. The Scott and Contessa scene, I don't know how I feel just yet about Scott and Contessa's relationship. Because you can still feel it. Let me speak for me. I felt the tension between them still. Like there's a conversation that's not being had, that's being kept off of camera, or there's something. It's just, it wasn't feeling right, because she even still made a critique about Scott and him not being, he wasn't present, or he doesn't. There was a complaint that she made about Scott in that scene as well, about him, not caring, I think it was. He's just kind of dismissive or something like that. So there's still just some kind of barrier between Scott and Contessa that's just not setting well with me for them as a couple. It's missing me, and I can't put my finger on it, but it's just missing me. Phaedra coming over, you know, in regards to this Met Gala, like you said, I love the Met Gala. You know, since previously going through my own medical issues, you know, I have a different appreciation for doctors and nurses, and you know, people that really set up funds to help people who are in trouble, you know, or who are in need. Let me say that, who are in need. And so the fact that, you know, Jackie is, you know, reaching towards, you know, continuing to help our community is a beautiful thing. You know, I think she had a great idea of starting off small. You know, I feel like you should always aim big, but you start low and work your way up. And this is only our second time doing this event. So it's not like it's a well-known event, something that we've been doing for years and years and years. You know, the party planner that she had, she seemed like that she kind of had things together. When Phaedra walked in the room, the party planner seemed completely turned off. It was like she knew Phaedra was walking in the room and then nothing was going to get done. You know, here we go with Phaedra over-promising and underperforming, you know, yet again, you know, from what we see in this scene right here. And so, you know, as we roll into next week, I guess we're going to figure out how well Phaedra actually has the connections or doesn't, because the way she was bragging about having the connections and she can raise $100,000 right now and she got the friends and they got the money, you ain't even done what you've been supposed to do yet. Jackie was hoping that you had already sold tickets and had stuff together. You ain't sold a ticket yet.
I think Phaedra is going to embarrass us next week.
We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
Girl, we were rooting for you. I was like, okay, this don't look good. This ain't happening. She's not telling the truth. What the heck is going on here? But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Phaedra, I mean, Heavenly made a comment a couple of weeks ago about Phaedra in regards to Phaedra just lie about stupid stuff. Just, you don't have to lie about stupid stuff. Like, if you just know that you can't do it, don't do it. Like, don't set yourself up for failure and then be. But I guess Phaedra don't really feel no type of way when it happens because she just rolls on through it like it ain't nothing. So I just, it's so mind-boggling.
She carries on with life. Yeah. She carries on with life like, oh, well, whatever. I got caught, you know. You would really think that she learned her lesson after she got benched for 5 years.
By Candy.
Like, that's 5 years of not making $1 million+ Like, who want to trash $1 million+ out the window? But you know, she got benched, and I guess she was okay with it, and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, well, it obviously worked out for her somehow because she still kept up the lifestyle. She's come back. She's still doing her thing. The boys look great, you know, so she doing something. So, you know, as long as she happy with it, no, it's whatever. But that has been our recap of Married to Medicine, season 11, episode 6. Rodeo Reckoning. Auntie Diva, I truly enjoyed this episode. I truly enjoy recapping with each and every one of you. We thank you guys so much for joining us. Before we close out, we got 134 people in the building, so make sure you hit the like button on both channels, and if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Diva, as you know, we're going to give our final thoughts and opinions. Those of you who are joining us at the end of the episode, every episode that we recap, we like to get your thoughts and opinions on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. What are you rating Married to Medicine episode 6, Rodeo Reckoning? Leave your thoughts and opinions down below on a scale of 1 to 10. What is your thoughts on this episode? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Diva, your final thoughts?
I'm giving it an 8, a solid 8. I think it had a good mix of ebbs and flows. I like I said, I'm loving Married to Medicine because they're married. Okay. Now, squad is whatever. We can have a couple people in there that, you know, but for the most part, the main solid cast, we got all married couples, and I will forever give it up to them for that. Okay. I'm liking the different side of Dr. G that we're seeing. I like the fact that Contessa stood on business. Now, many people I did see online, they said that, Contessa started it. She said her kids didn't love her. She said this, she said that. So they said, why is it a big deal with what Dr. Heavenly said? You don't speak upon the dead. Yeah. Now, that's my generation. You don't speak upon the dead. Now, I'm not saying anything Contessa threw in the game was right, wrong, or indifferent, but you don't speak upon the dead. That's why she clarified it. She said, my dead mother.
Who died in 2010.
Because everybody know you don't speak about the dead, period. All bets off, right? So, and I like that they still do these. We got to see what we going to name them, Roy. I'm going to call them snippets for right now. When they do these little snippets, they give me whole life. When they just don't for a little snippet, a toy out there with the boys and have a little moment with them and they washing the car. She always know what to say. Y'all going to have to keep your car clean for your girls and this, that, and the other. When we go over here, we see Quad with the man and we see this little snippet of this and that and that. I love the snippets, and I love the fact that they have the men moments. I'm going to call it the men moments. When they have the men moments where it's just the men getting together, having men talk, okay? Yeah. Dr. Damien, rise up, my brother. Rise up. Because you making us believe that the rumors on the street are true, and that is why you were just bowing down to Dr. Heavenly. Because something about this is amiss. Before, you knew when to check her. And I'm not saying check her in a bad way, because our partners sometimes got to tell us, yo, you doing too much.
Get it together. Yeah.
And we'd be like, all right. But
you're right. I was doing the most. You're right.
You're right.
Yeah.
So I give it a solid 8.
Same. Solid 8. Strong 8. Yes. I mean, from last week to this week, they carried us over. It was perfect. I think we dealt with some real issues this week. It was beautiful for Simone and Quad to get back on one accord at least. At least we got that group friendship back together, or working towards a better relationship anyways. I Diva, these scenes with the husbands, I'm loving it. Oh. Yeah, I'm loving it. The men group seem real. They are. Yes, it really does give real. Uh-oh. He is wherever Stedman is. When you find Stedman, will find her.
Hanging out at Oprah Guest House. Child. Katera, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Katera, child, you ain't never lied. I didn't even think about Curtis, to be honest with you. I forgot all about him. But when Dr. Jackie goes away, Curtis goes away.
Curtis goes to play. This episode was a solid 8, y'all. We getting out of here because we done ran over time. We've been cutting up way too much. But listen, we appreciate each and every one of y'all for joining us. Just real quick, we got K Mocha at a 6.5. Lexi is giving it a 7. Miss Dungeon is giving it a 8. Ocean is giving it a 7.5. Snoopy is giving it an 8. So it sounds like we got a solid 8 this week as well for the episode. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for joining us. Please remember to hit the like button on both channels. Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. She will be live probably around 8:30, 8:15. So check her out over there tonight. Shout out to the replay group. Those of you who come back and watch the replay after we have gone off, we totally love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. Listen, me and Diva are recapping these shows. We recapped Real Housewives of Potomac last night, so make sure if you missed that to go back and watch that. Hit the like button over there. We have recapped Married to Medicine tonight. And then we also post videos daily. So make sure you're checking out our daily content that we got going on. And you can do that by hitting the notification bell on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind. Based on our plans, join us next Monday for Real Housewives of Potomac. We should be here just in case, but we should be here. And also next Tuesday for a recap of Married to Medicine. And then also prepare as Real Housewives of Atlanta. Sweet 16 is getting ready to drop. So stay tuned with that. I will be catching up on some old episodes. So maybe, Diva, we can watch a few old episodes and kind of do an episode just giving us an update of where we are or where we were. And that'll prepare us for the new season, maybe. We could think about something.
I like that. I like that. All right, y'all. Love y'all.
Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, subscribe, and your notification bells on all. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below, and we will catch y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.